Hourly Rapid Arena. It's 9:29 p.m. for me. Yeah, this is gonna hopefully be an instructive stream. Hopefully by the end of the stream, viewers will get a little bit better at chess. I'll learn a thing or two.
I surely feel better at chess now that I
Okay, let's
clicked and
go.
joined. Thanks Eric for your streams.
Thank you, Frenzy and Curious.
GL.
All right, let's play e5. We'll have a Vienna or 4
Good
knights.
morning from Singapore.
Singapore backgammon, welcome back. We have a copycat variation.
Happy 37 months Eric. Love your content.
Welcome back, Vinny Chase. Yeah, this is all pretty standard so far. At some point, we'll probably stop copying each other. Or I'll stop copying white. And this is actually a moment. The move I like to play here is 97. Breaking the symmetry. Allowing bishop takes f6. Which is not played. Yeah, generally the plan is knight g6, and then next move I can play this. The bishop can't maintain the pin. I would take. Boom, welcome back. Copycat meow. It's still like relatively symmetrical, at least with the knights. It's kind of a question, do I want to trade the bishops? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't think I do actually. Like this bishop is, I mean, it should be more valuable than this bishop, at least for the time being. Bishop e3. So white does want to trade the bishops. I'll play bishop e6, leave the tension. If white really wants to trade, then at least I can get a half open file, get a pawn closer to the center. And if bishop's e4, I have d5. But do I want to play d5? Take, bishop moves. Looks okay. But there was a question, what was the plan with knight e7? Yeah, essentially the knight can be useful on g6. It acts as a defender, but also potential attacker. Like the plan I'd like to go for here is bishop g4, knight h4. Try and overwhelm the knight. The only issue is if I play bishop g4, there's h3. I don't really want to take, and now queen takes. Considering bishop c7. I'll play bishop c7. And it reminds me of like kind of like a Ponziani actually. Like I've achieved the two center pawns. White's a bit low on space. White's still solid though. But really can't complain about anything here. Oh, question, what if takes on f6 earlier? Yeah, that's one of the main lines. After the game I can go back and show. It would have been very imbalanced. So e4. e4, knight d2. I'm looking at knight g4. Yeah, the idea now is to play f5 and maybe get a fork. h3 would blunder due to the f-pawn being overworked. I would take and then take. c4 is probably a reasonable move. I wonder if I can still play this. Also, thank you, Samsonite. Gifting a couple subs. If I play this, takes, and then king h8. I'm threatening to trap the bishop, but also fork. I'm not sure if white has an escape there. It's getting interesting. Thank you, Gabriel. Oh, gifting to Gari. Oh, that's very kind. And Kaboom gifting 5. Appreciate the energy. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. This is the first game of the stream. I recently crossed 2600 rapid again. Trying to raise the rating a little bit higher. And yeah, now there's ideas of pawn f4, and I'm not seeing how white actually deals with it. Because if I get to play pawn f4, there's 1, 2, 3 pieces supporting it. If knight moves, I still play f4. Bishop can't really move. Pawn f3 hangs a bishop and then hangs more material. h3 runs into takes, takes, takes. So even though I'm temporarily down a pawn, white has some issues to solve. Welcome back to Ipshi and Kavita and Self Music. What if f4? f4 I still take. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, if f4 en passant is not forced, maybe tempting, but there'd be other legal moves. Yeah, the last time I played this line in a tournament, this 97 line, was against a grandmaster in Philly. I remember against who. May have been against Megami. I remember the game ended in a draw.
Hello, Mr. Master Sir Rosen.
Hello, Jimberwood. Welcome back. Barkovsky, welcome back. New opening just dropped. Oh yeah, I saw Anna's video. Wait, I have bishop h2? Bishop h2, queen h4. Yeah, there's no need to rush with taking the knight. The only issue is bishop h2, king h1, queen h4, knight f3. I have to be careful. I might just take first. Bishop h2, king h1, queen h4, knight f3. I do have queen h5 there, but then it gets a little bit murky. And if I take here first, here, I guess the only move I have to be concerned about is g3. Ah, but then I take. Life is very good. Could even start with taking. Yeah, let's take on h2 first.
Pin them all to win. Add a top of fork, and then that's called a pork.
Oh yes.
Let all the ensuing chaos begin.
Come back, your boy Logie Bear. Some nice poetry there. Yeah, so queen h4 looks really tempting. It might just be a good move, but I'm not sure about knight f3. Though knight f3, queen h5. What was I scared of? I guess knight f3, queen h5, the knight can move. And then it's not clear. I mean, I'm winning material still. I think this is a little bit cleaner, though. Yeah, sometimes positions like this, there's multiple ways to get the job done. But it's just about choosing the cleanest and most understandable approach. How long does it take to reach IM? For me, it took... I became an IM at age 21, so I guess you could say 21 years. I started playing chess at age 7, so I guess 14 years. Probably varies from person to person. A lot of people spend their whole lives playing chess and don't don't reach it. All right, so now it's a question between takes and takes. Looking at takes, takes, takes. Rook f8, knight f8, queen h5. Or if I take here first, takes, and then takes. Again, there's rook f8. So it's really a question, do I want to keep my bishop or knight on the board?
Chess's cool smile.
That makes me smile. I guess if I keep my knight on the board, there's queen e2 in the end, and this pawn could fall. I keep the bishop on the board. And I have the bishop pair. All right, let's go for this. Yeah, I don't want to take here first because then knight takes and my bishop's trapped. Now the bishop has some freedom. I think you action sandwich. And yeah, I think I'll take with knight. Just so the queen has access to h4. I need some tea, dude. I got some tea, dude. This is my green tea. I made it about like half hour ago, so might have to make some more at some point. It's still not completely over. Actually have to move faster. Start with the queen trade. And then like bishop g4. Running this. Also preparing this. White has 3 center pawns though, so I have to be careful. I think you crash in reverse. All right, let's play this. Crash in reverse, gifting to Tom Flynn. Okay, now I'll probably start going after the e-pawn. And there are some traps here. That move I kind of missed. Play this.
Three years. Wow.
Wow. Happy 3 years. Welcome back to Brigham. 36 months. Yeah, the trap I was thinking about earlier when the knight was on d3, if rook f1, there's ideas of bishop e2. But here, you'll have to be patient. Bishop f6. Yeah, very soon I'll look to play knight to d7.
Would you want to play a tournament in Australia?
I've actually already played multiple tournaments in Australia, but someday I'd like to try and make it back there. It's a little bit far away, but it was enjoyable. Like all the times I went, I played a tournament in Adelaide and in Melbourne, back-to-back years. 2017 and 2018. Still have to make it to New Zealand. Like the next time I go to Australia, I'm sure I'll make an effort to visit New Zealand. Okay, throw in a check. Yeah, so the pawn, I mean the D pawn is kind of disconnected from the other pawns. And the knight's a bit stuck now too. Not completely winning the knight, but I am winning some other material.
I'm planning a chess vacation. Is it acceptable to drop by the St. Louis Chess Club as a visitor? I'll be traveling from Michigan.
Yeah, if you're a first-time visitor, you get you basically get a free visit your first time. So definitely. Wait a minute. You're here, takes, d7, and black is losing. Or no, I'm okay, right? Takes and then here. Okay. Almost losing. But almost losing can still mean completely winning. Wait a minute, what did I do? I still have to be careful.
22 years.
I'm turning 94 of d7. I'm gonna win the pawn. Cheeto. Approaching 22 years. All right, let's start pushing a pawn. And cut it a little bit close. Okay. Yeah, it was still tricky. But to explain this line, it's not the most like intuitive move 97. The main line is actually bishop takes e3. Kaboom, gifting another 5. Thanks so much. Oh, who's planning the vacation? Yeah, I'd recommend looking up the St. Louis Chess Club website, stlouischessclub.org, and then you can see their event schedule. And then depending on your timing, you can almost certainly find a class or a tournament to attend. They have a full schedule on their website. And they also have like pretty normal opening hours. I'm pretty sure they're open every day of the week. So yeah, we can see here 97 is a secondary move. And it does look ugly, like after takes. Most people are correctly taught that you should usually avoid double pawns like this, especially when you've castled on the king side. But in this specific case, the double pawns aren't actually that bad because black can very quickly play king h or rook g8 and then use the g file as a path of attack. And then there's also ideas of pawn f5, maybe later pawn f4, knight g6, knight f4. I gave a lecture, I can find it. Eric Rosen.
How was your day?
Day was good. You Kev McG. The day is still continuing into night. Here we go. Okay, so this is a lecture I gave for the St. Louis Chess Club years ago, 4 years ago. And in this lecture, I cover a game which features the exact line I played. Except the game I played, my opponent didn't take on f6. But yeah, I showed a nice example of how the double pawns can be an asset rather than a weakness. And then throughout this video, I forget what else I showed. But there's a lot of examples of like using double pawns as a strength. Because they don't have the best reputation, but sometimes they're good. The link is in the chat. Wow, level 7 hype train. Thanks everyone. A day in the secret life of Eric Rosen's mighty magic pawns. Yeah. And then I think around here, yeah, Queen H4 was an easier win. Because it forces H3 and then takes, and then I win a piece. F5 is still winning though. Because there's no good defense to pawn F4. Okay, so that was the first game of the tournament, at least for me. I did late join. Not sure if it's realistic to try and win the tournament. Wow, thank you, Sir Diva D, with 1,000 bits. And Steamy Sweaty Campervan and Beatnik, both with the first time primes. Getting to level 8 hype. Haven't had this big of a train in a while. Thanks again, everyone. Okay, playing super speed. Okay, let's show some super speed. Berserk. I'll play E4. We'll play Knight C3 Sicilian. This is another opening I gave a lecture about for the St. Louis Chess Club back in 2017. General rule is if you can take and double the pawns as white, then it's a fine decision. And the goal now is to play a Grand Prix setup, which usually just involves putting the things like this, castling, and then probably going for the queen maneuver. But pawn d5. Pawn d5.
Good to see you, Eric, and thanks for the near 12 hours of bullet fun.
Oh, my pleasure. Welcome back, Induster.
Now legend status. Warm greetings from Liverpool.
Yeah, for anyone who clicked on that video, makes you a legend. And if you watch the whole video, then you're a super legend. Oh, what to do? I want to take, and then play rook e1, bishop e7, bishop d6. But then there's bishop e6. I'm not sure if I'm getting much. But I do have another idea. I'm going to start with taking, which does undouble black's pawns. But, I mean, the fact that e-file is opening is very valuable. Now queen e2. So if I played bishop d6, I think I would have lost the initiative. But with queen e2, I'm simply preventing black from castling. And the point here, I have knight b5. I kind of like knight g5 a bit more. And there's 3 attackers against e6. I guess there is bishop g4. Okay, but here, winning at least a pawn. Yeah, no mercy here. And this move is forced. And I'm trying to win more. Threatening to take and then take. Wow, so the bishop and rook are pinned. Which means after I take, the only acceptable move is pawn takes. But then I take on d5 and yeah, this is a slight issue for black. I might even be threatening this move because these things are still pinned. This is an absolute pin and this is a relative pin. The rook can't legally move. If the bishop moves, it loses a queen. But this is also a free bishop. I'm just realizing queen here, there's queen g4, but then rook g7. Huh. Okay, I'll save the knight. And then checkmate. Okay, that was a speedy game. But I think this is instructive. A key takeaway here is that generally, if you're not castled and your opponent is castled, then you shouldn't try to open the center. What happened, the center opened, and then Black's king became a target and kind of used the pressure on e-file to win material. Okay, 42nd place. Am I smart berserking? I think the smart berserk extension only works with bullet and blitz arenas. I don't think it's programmed to work in rapid arenas. I'll only berserk in like very select games. Oh, berserk again. This is one of those select games. Berserking is when I willingly cut my time in half. And then if I win the game, I get an extra point for the tournament standings. It's unique to arena tournaments. Yeah, thanks again, everyone, for the hype. Like bits and donos and resubs. All right, let's play d4. We have a modern opening. And yeah, this queen e2 setup is one of my go-to lines here. The idea is to play a quick e5 and then disturb Black's whole setup and get a little bit more space. And generally, the line is takes, knight d5. And then if we get to that position, I like to play h3, just preventing bishop g4. Hey, it's Spencer.
I will wear this to the St. Louis Chess Club smile.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Spencer. Oh, so Black counterattacks. The problem with this, though, is when I take, I'm hitting the bishop. But after takes, I'll be up a piece. And in this line, I just save the bishop. And if rook e8, I save my queen. What's that quote? God save the queen. Bishop is acting as God. I mean, pawn f4 is kind of a small nuisance. I think I have to play g3. But if I move the queen or king, I still lose the bishop. The g3 prevents pawn f4. g5, wow. Creative play. If I take with knight, if queen takes, it would be a queen trade. Yeah, I think that was just more free material. Yeah, so now we're trading down. I do lose a d4 pawn. But as long as I don't lose a b2 pawn in my rook, life is pretty good. f4, probably not necessary. Okay, winning another pawn. Yeah, it was really just one mistake in the opening. Like this d5 move from Black. But trying to show no mercy. Oh, life is pretty good regardless. That's true, yeah. Just living the life, playing chess, sipping tea. There's a good question. Why didn't you take with bishop instead of king? Generally, when queens are traded, then it's completely okay to just not castle and to leave the king in the center. Because as we approach the endgame, the king sometimes can be more of an active player. And the king's not really in danger in the center. I wanted to keep the bishop on a more active square. But I know the general rule is that you should protect your king early in the game. But there are exceptions. Okay, so now I want to win a bishop. Always play f3. Can you play Taimanov? I could play Taimanov. But I would need to be black and for my opponent to play e4 and go into open Sicilian. So I can at least try for it. Alright, so here I'm just trying to mate as quickly as possible. The king is cut off on both files. Almost mate in 2. I guess the only move that prolongs mate in 2 is this move. But then I take and then it's still mate. Yeah, only so much black can do here. Knight e7 controls g8, so that's the best try. But now there's no more way of prolonging the game. Yeah, so next time, if my opponent gets this position, the best approach is to take, and knight d5. And it's still playable. I actually had this this position against Hikaru a while ago. Hikaru like outplayed me as black, but then somehow I tricked him and won. It was one of the few times I beat Hikaru. Okay, no berserking. I'm white, so no Taimanov, but I'll play in English. Maybe we'll get some reverse Sicilian. Mixing up the opening a little bit. Maybe we'll get some Queen's Gambit declined. I play this as black. I usually like to play knight f6. And there's a few moves here. There's takes, there's c5, there's bishop b4, there's c6. I'll play e4. The more ambitious way of playing. This line has a name, I think. Like if bishop b4, bishop d2, it's a Marshall Gambit. Because white would sack a pawn. Well, I'll play the move knight c3. Which is actually a move that Magnus played in a world championship match against Anand. And Magnus had some like cool idea. I'm trying to remember his opening setup. I think the game went like c5, bishop e3. And he played a very quick like queen d3 and castle queenside. But my memory is kind of hazy on this line. It's been a while. I think I played this line once in a tournament, this knight c3 move. Actually, a tournament in Australia. Ended up being a pretty quick draw. I'm pretty sure Magnus won the game that he played this line. Like some new cool opening idea. Is reverse Sicilian for white better than the Sicilian for black? Objectively, yeah. Like if you're playing reverse Sicilian as white, then you have an extra tempo. So there's more room to play for an advantage. Of course, this is more relevant at the higher levels where you're trying to like eke out an edge in the opening. But yeah, the extra tempo can be very meaningful in certain lines. So here it's kind of a question, do I want to trade queens? Or do I want to play this and target the pawn? I'll offer a queen trade. I just like the resulting position that I'll be ready to castle. I'll have some initiative. There's some lines where, like, after I castle, I'll get in knight b5 and start making threats. I could also throw in a3. I'll start with castling. So this is no longer any sort of opening preparation, but looks like a pleasant position to play. Some decently stable development. Good center control. If knight c6, yeah, there's some decision to make here. Because knight b5, I could also consider taking. Not sure about knight b5 and like castling even. But then, at any point I could take on f6 too. But I'm reluctant to concede the bishop pair. Okay, I think I'll start with this. There's the prospects of knight c7, or in some cases knight d6. They look good enough to justify this move. And put some pressure on black. And depending what black does, I mean, I might take, I might play a3, I might move back. It should have options. I was thinking a3 here, but a3 there's takes. Maybe I take first and then play a3. Bishop c5. Ah, bishop c5, there's a funny line. Alright, let's start with this. A3 is coming. And I don't see another option for black there. So my idea is if bishop c5, there's knight d6. Which maybe doesn't work. I was thinking here it takes knight e4, but realizing there's bishop e3 check. Never mind. I played knight h3. Rook d2. Or can I sack the pawn? And maybe this was a like just whole wrong approach. Rook d2. Yeah, not thrilled with this. And there's still some issue for black to solve. But objectively, I'm probably a little bit worse here. Because I'm also like lagging behind in kingside development. And black has a bishop pair, and double pawns aren't so weak. But it's still a fight. Next few moves are probably going to be telling like how the game will go. Yeah, that's a fine move. I think I have to take. Could also play like F3 unders. Or B4 is kind of interesting. B4 takes, knight h3. This seems very risky though. I think I'll just take. Yeah, a little bit worse here. But at least these pieces still need to develop. Bishop d3. I really want to play b4, but that invites a5. Bishop d3 invites knight e5. Maybe knight e2. Any suggestions for beginner-friendly opener against d4? More aggressive, less positional. Yeah, recently I've been recommending Cambridge Springs, which is it's a line within the Queen's Gambit. But if you can achieve it, it has a lot of like interesting tricks and traps, and it's relatively reputable too. But sometimes within d4 itself, it still depends what white does. Like if white goes for London or Queen's Gambit or Collie or Stonewall, like sometimes you still have to be reactive. Okay, let's play this. So yeah, my knight b5 move from earlier didn't really achieve much. I didn't get this or this. At least I didn't blunder the knight. All right, knight g3. I have to show the power of the horsies. F5 is maybe coming. So considering g4 here, it looks a bit ugly. but it's prophylaxis. And the drawback of this move is I have a light squared bishop, so my pawns should really be on dark squares. But I didn't like the prospect of f5, bishop f6. Knight d4 I also missed. This move. Defending the f pawn. Keep defending. This is not good for white though. And it's turning into a blitz game. Wow. Take. Hmm. Try taking. I'm thinking f4. But it doesn't quite work. It's getting a bit weird. Like now bishop g5, I have bishop h3, which I think somehow wins a piece. Okay, black has to be careful too of the g-file tactics. What if now I play f4? Also knight e4. Also bishop h3. Play knight e4.
Hope you are doing well. I find your YouTube vids very helpful.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you, Blackfern. Appreciate the $5 dono. I completely forgot that pawn was hanging. If I play... I mean, I have this move, though. h7 could be a target. Always play king b1. And black's playing a good game so far. Losing a pawn. Better off. Now let's hold on. At least try to hold on. Opponent doesn't play bullet. This is maybe turning into a bullet game too. Oh. Can't allow rook d1. Wow. Wrong move. Okay, I'm down 2 pawns. Maybe some counterplay though? F7's a target. Never mind. What did I just do? I don't know why I did that. Not all hope is lost though. Okay. Oh. Wasn't easy. My opening backfired.
Strange game.
I mean, I don't think I played like the. I think I just gave away any potential for an edge with like knight b5, bishop f6. In the moment, it looked a little bit interesting, but like already it's just better for black. And then yeah, I got a very bad position pretty quickly. But then somehow I just kept surviving. Okay. That was a long game. But back to tournament. Was castling long necessary? I can check the opening real quick. Yeah, maybe not. So white's doing fine here. But wow. So the only move to keep an edge is a3. Otherwise, white's worse. I guess because knight c6 is coming. The white really has to keep the initiative. Like, I didn't realize that during the game. Okay, we keep it going. 14 points. Leader has 27. Yeah, I don't think there is any, like, nefarious play. Generally, like, you shouldn't accuse people in chat, too. Like, if you think there's some suspicion, then you can report and we just can take a look. But I think my opponent just played a good game and then got low on time and can convert. So yeah, I always give benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it's kind of the practice when playing online. Okay, playing boblife. Someone wanted me to play Taimanov. So this is a playable approach. A3 maybe has a slower reputation. I'm not sure of the move order here. I think I'll start with A6 and then knight F6. I played a game back in 2017. Actually, one of the highest rated players I played in a tournament. I played Motolev, who at the time was like 80 in the world. And he played this line against me. We had like a very, very sharp game. At some point in the game, I could have forced a draw, but I didn't, and then he beat me. But we went into some like F4 line, and I played D6 and castle kingside, he castle queenside. It was super, super sharp. So we do see F4. Yeah, F4 is generally preparing E5, so D6 prevents E5. And yeah, we're getting something very similar to the game I played against Motolev. Man, it looks scary to castle into white's potential attack, but I think this is called for. Wait, did I just miss? I should have paused before casting. There was a potential idea to take, play E5, and threaten the bishop and bishop G4. I'm not sure how good that would have been though, because there would have been take, queen G3 with a pin. But yeah, maybe like takes an E5, it's still an idea. Keep in mind. When was your prime of chess? Or are you in it? I mean, I would like to think that now I have more knowledge than I ever have had in my life. But maybe in terms of like being sharp when it comes to overboard classical play, maybe a few years ago, like I was a bit more consistent. But I definitely know a lot more these days, especially when it comes to like opening preparation and just general knowledge. I'm really tempted to take with queen. But taking with pawn also is logical. And this is more of a intuitive decision, like what type of structure I'd prefer. I guess I'd take with pawn. Have the b file, maybe some d5 potential. And like rook b8.
Hey Eric, got
Hey,
any
it's
more
calling
of them tea
Roddy.
recommendations?
I'm drinking, right now I'm drinking like some nice Japanese, I think it's some sencha green tea, like tea bags from Japan. I did have a tea partner. I think have the link if we use the tea command. It was Uproot Teas. I still have their teas on a decent basis. They have like pretty good quality loose leaf teas between like some black tea from Hawaii and some sencha tea, some chamomile tea. Also, thanks for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate that. I have to put that towards the tea fund. There's a good tea place in St. Louis, the London Tea Room. They have at least like 60 different types of loose leaf tea. Okay, so pawn f5. And white's trying to be aggressive. I guess I should at least calculate queen b7 first. Makes a pretty direct threat. Might provoke b3. I'm wondering about d5 here. With d5, bishop f4, e5. d5 also opens the bishop. Is d5, g5 takes, and I take and win a pawn. Maybe one issue is d5, e5, and then takes bishop f4, trapping and skewering the queen. Yeah, I should probably avoid that. Queen b7. Queen b7, b3. There's this move, knight d7. g5, knight e5. Okay. Not super confident with any one line. Really wanted to play d5. All right, I think I'll go for this. Just because the e5 square looks so nice. And with the knight away from f6, the knight can't really be used as fuel for white's pawn storm. d5 no longer comes with tempo. And there is a line I was looking at. If white still plays g5, like ideas of this or this, then I play knight e5, queen g3, I take. Oh, and then I actually just win a pawn. I was thinking f6 for some reason to blockade, but yeah, I guess after this, the queen's tied down to defending f5. Welcome back to Shawarma. There's a lot of good content for openings. How do you improve on middle games? Yeah, middle games, it's a pretty vast area of chess. I mean, sometimes improving your middle game play can stem from actually learning your openings. Because if you're playing openings that lead to similar middle game structures, then you can kind of extend beyond the opening. And then, I mean, one big part of learning middle games is studying high level games. And sometimes what's most helpful is study high level games from the openings that you play. So then you're seeing how strong players play in certain types of middle games that you might be likely to get yourself. And then, of course, learning from your own games. There's some books on different concepts. Happy 33 to Advost. Welcome back. Yeah, the book How to Reassess Your Chess by Jeremy Silman. probably a good breakdown of how to deal with like middle game imbalances. But it's probably geared towards a more like high level player, like at least 1800 plus. H4. I mean, now D5, it's perhaps a bit more feasible. I mean, one general rule is when the opponent is attacking on the flank, it can be wrong to respond in the center. I think I just play D5. And that was a benefit of being able to take back with the pawn on C6 from earlier. Supports the break. This bishop's not really enjoying its life, but it's still, I guess, hibernating. Waiting for springtime. So with this move, I'm opening the bishop and I'm essentially preparing this queen b7. Because then b3 runs into bishop takes a3 check. And it would be a little bit awkward for white to defend the pawn. Like b4 is met with a5. Knight a4 looks a little bit ugly. There's bishop f6 ideas in there in that line. I play Sicilian Dragon and always struggle against aggressive kingside attacks. Any tips? Yeah, at a certain level, like if you play Dragon, you really have to know like the nuances of the opening. Because against strong players who know like the Yugoslav attack, it's pretty dangerous. And like sometimes you can get away just by knowing ideas, but if you're struggling, then it can help to like learn the specific theory. H5, wow. So queen b7. Maybe I just play it. See what white does. Knight a4, can I sack? A3, ba3, queen b1, king d2. Combine some knight e5. Play queen b7. So I was looking at this, but I'd probably start with this. Also take. Still not so simple. Bishop f6 was another idea. Provoke b, and then queen b3. e3 and then queen b3. Yeah, let's play this. So with the last few moves, I'm basically throwing punches. You're trying to get the initiative, force white to be in a more defensive spot. And especially in positions with opposite side castling, the concept of initiative is like very, very important. Sometimes these positions come down to who can more effectively attack first. I'm trying to keep the focus on the queen side. Time is on my side. Oh, b3. Ah, now there's no bishop a3. I mean, it still looks good, but forgot that was possible. Maybe I just take. Take c5. Take bishop takes. There's bishop g2. Start with this. The position is about to transform.
What is your plan for after the game? Rapid stream or blindfold 960?
I have my blindfold still. I haven't thought that far ahead though. Like I'm barely thinking 2 moves ahead here. It's hard to think about after the game. Or even yeah, I mean I'll probably get in one more rapid game after this. Yeah, this should not be the last game of the tournament. I might be down for some blindfold. But we're approaching time trouble. Not going to do a poll right now. Maybe once the tournament's over. I really have to put my energy into the position here because it's still not so simple. Like white's still trying to destroy me. And that's an interesting choice. Now I don't even have this move. It's really not so simple. c5. I could move back and just attack the pawn. I might do that. And see if the king wants to come to b2. Which it does. Now I have knight e5, knight c4. I'm still throwing punches. Like my last, whatever, 4 or 5 moves, every move has been a capture or a direct threat. I'm threatening the queen. Ideas of knight c4. Also considering this move, bishop d6. Which might as well align with the queen. I have this move. Creating the battery against a3. I'm smelling tactics. It's actually a really cool move. It's part pork, but it's also clearance. Like it's a pin, it's a fork, and it's clearing the square for the additional pin. A lot of tactics into one there. Play f6. I'm not going to take the queen right away. And now I'll take the queen. Weirdly, white's position is still like hard to crack. My position is also hard to crack. Let's trade all the rooks. I am abandoning the a pawn. Do I have bishop c5? I play it now. Not sure if it was playable earlier. I should be winning on time. Feels like Christmas. Okay, this is not stalemate. Wow, timely resignation. I was expecting flagging or mating, not resignation. Why no take queen right away? Yeah, I was trying to just wash my hands before consuming food. For some reason, I was thinking I might be able to take here, but yeah, this wasn't actually a threat. But I guess one point of f6 is if takes, then I could... Oh, then I still take with queen to win the bishop. Yeah, it was really a matter of preference.
Fun game. Thanks for the 52.
Capo Greco, happy 52. Welcome back. I'm curious, if we look at the database. Yeah, I wasn't lying. I played Mochilev from this position in 2017. Faded memories. And that game went a little bit differently. Instead of taking on c6, which we just saw, Mochilev played bishop e2. Yeah, at the time he was 2680. And I was actually really prepared for this game. Like before the game, I prepared maybe the first, let's see, here. Yeah, I prepared this whole idea, b4 and then d5. So like the first 14 or 15 moves. And then things got really crazy. Like he played knight f5, I took. At some point, it may have been here. I had some like crazy bishop c3. Yeah, bishop c3 was the only way to like force a draw. Like the idea, okay, first of all, if bc3, then like black is somehow winning. And then the draw line is this, this, rook fb8. Or maybe the game just keeps going. And somehow it ends with perpetual. Anyway, I think we have time for one more game. At least one more game. Yeah, I'm not winning this tournament. Unless I win 3 games in the next 8 minutes. But not gonna risk berserking. Stafford or Sicilian? Never played this opponent before. Not the best connection. I'll play, I'll offer a Stafford and we'll see what happens. Okay, a few people supporting the Stafford decision. I'm still offering. D3 is kind of a passive move. It's one approach, essentially leading to a reverse Philidor. We're not getting a Stafford, but a bit more active here, which I can't complain about with the black pieces. Bishop b6 is very typical. Because there's cases where white expands and then the bishop's not as much of a target. Not sure what to do here, though. White's playing very solidly. Considering this move. Yeah, some things changed with the bishop on e2. I was hoping to play aggressively with like this stuff and this stuff. I'd still try. Okay, I have an idea. One thing, I was hesitant to play this because of bishop e3 and d4 as an idea for whites. But after bishop e3, I'm looking to play this move. Now this move I wasn't as scared of because I have h6. I'm very happy if white wants to maintain the pin. An idea, okay, if we see bishop e3, I think I'd still play knight d4, but not quite seeing it. Yeah, this is pretty much like a dream position. Because after bishop g3, knight h5, I'll get a knight to f4. There will be g4 ideas, rook g8, etc., etc. Full smooth says, I watch your love form YouTube content, but means long form. There's a nice typo there. Well, thanks for tuning into Twitch. Have a somewhat long form stream. Sometimes you have to be careful with playing such a move where the knight's aligned with the queen bishop battery, knight's not defended, but any sort of knight move for white runs into knight takes g3, and the f pawn is pinned, so the bishop's not actually defended here. And I can play knight f4 now. So this is one of these cases I'm just not going to castle kingside. I'm going to leave the king in the center, maybe
this
castle
morning
queenside.
I was on a conference call and it got boring and I started watching your 40 queen sacrifice against Botes.
Oh,
you
nice.
were so close
that was
to
a fun one. I actually forget the end result. Or the final score. But I know what video you're talking about. Maybe a good way to pass the time on a boring conference call. Oh, she won it. Oh no, my spoiler. Okay. So, I mean, I have this like nice formation with a knight. How to build up pressure. E4's off limits. And with this move, like I have time. White's not in any rush to try and hurt me. This move comes to mind. Knight e2, g4. I mean, there's a lot of moves I want to play, like rook g8, h5, g4, eventually knight d4. I think in most cases, the rook is just better on g8. It supports the g-pawn, aligns with the king. I love your medium form content. I do mix it up with duration of YouTube videos. Yesterday, I posted a very long form video, an almost 12-hour video. I should check the analytics of that one to see if there's any viewers who've watched the whole thing. C3. Okay, so d4 is a logical plan for white. Also, knight d4 is not prevented. But g4 looks so nice here. Although, I guess g4 I have to calculate. Takes. On take. Maybe I just play h5 first. Then d4. Oh, d4 I win a pawn. Play h5 first. Tarkovsky says, yesterday I was really bored at work and almost entirely watched your last 12 hours video. Wow. Do you have a 12-hour workday? I guess you could also watch it at like 2x speed and then finish it in less than 6 hours. I did see a lot of comments. People were watching it to fall asleep. Makes me happy I'm providing some practical value. Thank you, Pawn Nugget, for the many nuggets of bits. Okay, I could take with bishop, pawn, probably not rook. Take this first. I'll take with pawn. Now it's actually a case where the rook should probably come back where it came from. And then, I mean, I'm so close to mating on the h-file. I'll start with queen h6. That way I support the pawn, not allowing for bishop g4. This does not look fun for white to defend. Oh no, you have a 12-hour working day. I hope there's still some work-life balance. Yeah, I think there's only one try for white to escape here. I should be calculating, actually, because I don't see the immediate win if white plays the move I'm thinking of. It's really close, though. There. Yeah, so f3. So I'm calculating takes here, takes. Maybe I'm not mating, but I'm winning at least 2 pawns. Maybe 1 pawn. And the point for white is if I play this, king f2. King's actually hard to touch on f2.
My favorite video is the split screen between you
good
and
memories.
Hikaru in the Age Mater tournament.
Age Mater.
Hikaru, okay Eric, be a good friend and just resign. Oh wait, I am losing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a game I was referring to earlier in the stream. I had the same opening from that game. All right, so one more time. Takes here. King f2. And then I take. I'm hitting the bishop and the other bishop. Takes. Yep, a pawn. Okay. Yeah, sometimes these attacks don't end with mate, but they end with winning material and getting some type of like strong advantage. Yeah, I was aware of this move, but I have 93 now. Queen e3 doesn't lead to much. I'm not sure if I actually want to take the rook. Like, assuming queen e1, I might just take the pawn. Yeah, I think this is just a better decision. The rook is still attacked. And now the file's fully open. Thank you, Blake, for Liberty. First time Prime. Is it true you use your soothing, calm demeanor to disarm unsuspecting opponents? I mean, not intentionally, but maybe unintentionally. And soothing demeanors disarm people in some respect. I have to be careful. They're just castle. Get out the way. Now, life is good. King is a bit safer. Thank you, EDB. Quadruple 7. Another first time prime. Oh, Blake for Liberty says, been watching on YouTube for a while. Finally caught a live stream. Yeah, welcome to everyone watching, or who maybe usually watches on YouTube. Twitch is a slightly different viewing experience. Okay, well, I've missed my chance to take the rook. But I still have a chance to fork the rooks. Now there is knight c2, queen f5, queen e6. I'm not actually losing this rook. I have to watch my time though. The general rule is to take the more passive rook. So then the rook ends up being passive. Alright, I'm gonna try and form the triple battery against the bishop. But there's 3 defenders, so it still takes work. I want to play f5, f4. If f5 takes, then I have the knight attacking. I think we're about to see a pork. After takes, rook f3, knight f4, the pin plus the fork. So tasty. I'm winning another exchange. But do I want to take the rook? Because I have this move. Maybe this move. Oh, but then bishop takes. Oh, let's take the rook. Okay, what's the most efficient win? Back. Taking on g3. I'll also play this move. Setting up some check. Okay, offering a queen trade. Probably rook f8 coming soon. Yeah, there may have been some more efficient ways to win there. Although now, almost trapping the bishop. Bishop doesn't actually have any safe place to go. Like, it has to be defended. If knight f5, I pin. If that... Alright, let's simplify a bit. I can choose which rook to take. Okay, so I'm going to try and set up a pawn mate. Okay, never mind. I was imagining the rook here and then pawn d5 checkmate. But Okay, that was a pleasant attacking game. Came from an Italian, kind of more passive Italian. It worked out nicely.
I just won a few games.
Oh, nice year.
Thank you, Eric. I learnt a lot watching your streams.
Oh, thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate the bits. Yeah, hopefully there's some lessons to take away from these games. Usually I like to play in this style if I can, against such openings from white. Get the early g5 and delay castling. Someone was saying rook f4. Oh, maybe in this no. Oh, rook f4 is actually interesting. Because if bishop takes, it's mating with queen h7. Time zones are unfair. Anytime you start streaming, it is time for me to go to sleep. Okay, well, good night. Thanks for being here, Barkovsky. Yeah, this is I guess a later stream for me than usual. But good morning to some people who are maybe just tuning in, perhaps from Europe. All right, what to do now? Maybe now I could do a poll. Could do a poll. I'm not going to sing. I'm going to choose the answers for the poll. It's basically anything I'm willing to do. What to do? Blindfold. I think Shawarma wanted blindfold 960. What about something non-chess? What about Scrabble? Blitz chess. Oh, one thing that I haven't done in a while that came to mind recently, maybe I could try, is human benchmark. Which are like various, I don't know like if they're considered IQ tests or just like memory, a lot of like memory training. It used to be popular, but it's interesting to do once in a while. I think that's a decent list. Or what about a crossword puzzle? We'll do a 1-minute poll. Shall I allow channel point rigging? I'll allow channel point rigging. 100. So if people want to rig with channel points, go for it. If she has 100k channel points. Wow. I have infinite. Oh, it's kind of close. Oh no, my Scrabble. Blindfold 960. Oh dear. Oh, but blitz chess. Yeah, these votes could change like in the blink of a second. If someone really wanted Scrabble and had 100k channel points, they could probably vote for it. Wow. So there's definitely people contributing channel points. Because there's definitely not like over 1,000 people watching. Oh, shout out to 860 people watching. Wow, so blitz chess. Human benchmark, not too far behind. So maybe what I could do is like start with blitz and then move on to blindfold 960 and then finish with human benchmark. Oh, Shawarma probably contributed 140 votes to the blindfold 960. I would feel bad if I didn't do it. Thank you, Radish Spirits, with a prime sub. Okay, blitz chess it is. me try and raise my rating. Let me also change the stream title. Elevating Eric's Elo. Okay. Time for some blitz. Ooh. All right, time for Stafford Gambit. Stafford Gambit time. It didn't get Stafford in rapid, but getting it in blitz. Opponent kind of knows what they're doing. There's a few moves here. Basically 3 moves white can choose from. Rook F1 is one of the best moves. And we're going into this. White's objectively better. The idea here is to play like a quick G5. Yeah, G5, G4. I wonder if I can go for this. Okay, so I'm still down a pawn, but position is interesting. And white's king is still in the center. There's knight G5 ideas. Although knight D2 is coming. How to pressure white. Knight D2. I'd like to play C5. C5 is the way to go. Back another pawn. Queen B5, I just move over. I think I'm just going to leave my king in the center. It is a little bit iffy. I take. That was probably not a good position. Let's play this. I'm hitting A2 as well. Knight C4. Wonder if I can get in B5. Now I'm also like ready to take. There's this pin. Really? Wow. Oh, that's a really fancy move. I have to take. D7's a threat. White's handling this well. Well, now the rook is stuck. Not enough time. Oh, I dropped the bishop, kind of. Not kind of. Ah, I was expecting another move. Ah, what to do? Well played from White. Yeah, this is this rook f1 line is actually one of the more challenging variations. I went for this g5 plan, but maybe this is the wrong thing to go for. Maybe Stafford was the wrong opening choice there. Oh, there was a point though. I wasn't like completely losing. This very small moment. Okay, how about we do this? Let's do a prediction. What will happen first? Eric passes 2530. Eric falls below 2500. We'll do a 1 minute poll. Or a 2 minute prediction. If I took the pawn with a knight. I'm not sure what moment the question refers to. Pinned king and rook. Yeah, so my current rating is 2512. And I'll keep playing blitz until one of these outcomes is fulfilled. More people think I'll fall below 2500. Okay, I've set the bar low. Let's move on. Maybe I'll play some less dubious openings. Really try and fight here. All right. We have a modern. I'll play the same line I played earlier. It's bishop c4 and queen e2. C6 is a move. So this is some like Carol Khan hybrid, but black's wasted a tempo. I think the typical plan is knight f1. I might go for the h-pawn push. Okay, the prediction is over. f6. f6 is a move. Okay, this is knight b6. I play queen e2. Queen e2 is actually kind of interesting. This takes queen e7. Or queen c7. Maybe it's just safer to take. Spent some time, but I'm getting a decent position. G5. Bishop f4. Hmm. Taking here is actually quite nice. If I took here, there's queen b6 check. Interesting. If I take here first. If takes, I take here with check. And if takes, we need two. I could take. How to move much faster? I think I'll take. The queen's tied down to defending the bishop. Take. And I have 4 idea. There's also this maneuver. The knight to e5. Knight would love to come to e5. We're going to see takes, 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 and bishop d5, though. I think queen e2. Life will go on. Okay, mission accomplished. It's very hard to remove the knight without sacking. Go for like rook e3. Play this. Let's play this first. Knight g5 idea. Maybe rook e5 idea. The queen and knight are generally just a better team than queen and bishop. Helps having the pass pawn too. Okay. Wasn't easy. Got really low on time. At some point in this game, I was like down a minute. But okay. Recovered some rating. +5. New opponent. Okay, we have a knight of 3 opening. Let me try and keep the pace a bit better here. So b3. b3 is a more like slow positional approach. It might lead into like some reverse Benoni. which we are getting. You just blunder? I think I just blundered. Don't hurt me. I'm getting hurt. Yeah, that was careless. How to treat this as a gambit. Bishop c5. Yeah, the problem was my bishop was undefended on e7. But, okay, the position's a bit more open now. Some life. Thank you, Jean Benu. Welcome back. Happy 34 months. Leaving tension. Not the end of the world being down a pawn. It's not pleasant. I'll have to do my best to avoid trading and simplifying. I'll play rook e6. A lot of pieces focused on e5. I have 5 defenders. There's a lot of attackers too. If I take, we trade everything. I'm down a pawn in the end, but I think I have to take. With a... Take with rook. Five. It wasn't a great move. Wanted to try and get an e4. Now e5. 592. Knight is so passive. Move. In big trouble here. Where went my queen? Not the best time situation either. What to do? Well played though. I mean, I blundered a pawn in the early middle game. Rook e8 was probably just a better preparatory move. Okay, so back to 25-12. We move on to learn from my mistakes, be tactically alert in the early stage of the game. Playing Sekiro, who I played that previous game. We had a good fight. I have another King's Indian. Another b3. Maybe I'll mix it up a little bit. Yeah, the knight should probably come to e6. Maybe I'll stay flexible first. Bishop a6. I'll put the knight in d7. I want the rook to have more scope on the c file. A lot of pawn tension. This d3 square looks nice. I could turn on the heart rate monitor. Come up in just a moment. Forgot to put it on earlier. So knight e5. I think it's still a matter of like improving the pieces. Queen b8. Okay, doubled up on the d file. I'm getting some... Oh! And white's getting some tactics. Wow. Shouldn't be the end of the world, though. The best get compensation. Try this. Knight c6, I have queen d6. If takes... Ideas after this, takes, I have this. Here, no. This. I'm in trouble. Take. Taking queen e5. I have to keep the bishop pair. Really not much compensation here. Oh, my time. I do not have big hopes here. Although if I get a knight to c5, the small steps, little by little. Okay, let's try this. Bishop f1, rook a4. I have a pawn for the exchange. This is a 3-result game. Like anything can happen now. Someone's gonna flag. That's a fork. I won back the exchange. I have a slightly more active king. Wait a minute. Take. Didn't work. Missed a chance. Okay. How I won that. After just losing the exchange. What tactic that? I missed this 95 move. Yeah, I thought I was just getting a positional edge. The 95, my major pieces were misplaced. Okay. Heart rate is actually kind of normal. All right, we keep going. As long as I'm between 2500 and 2530 to try and get out of this range. Here we go. I'm playing, probably going to some Grand Prix. Yeah, this could be a long stream if I keep oscillating like I am. This is a fun line though. A lot of players go wrong with pawn e6. And there's a few moves for black. I had this position recently in the game. E6, knight b5, etc. I think black is aware of the danger, but still plays e6. Bishop e5, I have c3. And now this move. So there's no en passant. But there's that move. Wow. What's happening? I could take. Oh, we're getting some weird line. I could take and play bishop b3. If I took, there's queen a5. And this should be good for white. Like, even though I'm down a pawn, the dark squares are really weak. And black doesn't have a dark square bishop. Light square bishop is kind of sad. Queen f6 is a move. I mean, do I go immediately for the mate? Like bishop c1? I think I do. You might see that. No, actually, no, because the rook's hanging. We might see this. But it does not look good for black. Okay, I think I'll just castle first. My rooks will come in, and yeah, this is very pleasant. Mm. Just F4. Although, no rush. 7. Thank you, little Tex-Mex. 14 months. I'm gonna do this. It takes a little bit of extra effort to convert here. F4, Queen G4. It looks like I'm almost losing, but Rook A2 runs into mate. Meanwhile, I'm ready to play this, and it's going to be hard for black to defend E7. Oh, Kingrish asking, how much do I need to donate to play you in a 20-minute game? I don't really have a set price for that. Someone says $54,286, which would probably be enough for at least 20-minute games, maybe more. Wait, how to do this? There. I still play this. As long as there's no like annoying checks. I'm threatening mate in 1. Any bishop move, I have bishop c5. That was a cool game. Yeah, maybe I didn't do the math right there. Yeah, I haven't really I don't really set a price on those types of things. But I do streams where like I'll randomly accept challenges and then everyone has a chance to play. But for now, I'm kind of committed to playing Blitz until I escape this rating interval. That was a pleasant game. So I'm what, 25-20. We'll play E4 again. A good experience just now. Try and keep the momentum going. All right. Ponziani time. I'm not sure how many mentions of Ponziani there's been this stream, but almost always people wanting me to play the Ponziani. The best beginner's opening. White has pretty easy development here. Queen c2. Castling. Black's playing a good line. Actually had a very similar line in a over-the-board tournament many years ago against a grandmaster. We had something like this, I think. Now rook d1 will hit the queen. There's bishop g5 as well. Play rook d1 first. Just see where the queen wants to go. Wow, bishop f5. It was unexpected. I take the queen, take on f7. I just take the queen and take the rook. And then knight c3 and bishop develops. I play this first as well. Bishop b7, we trade. Actually, bishop b7, I just play this. I think is okay. Takes here, here, here. I may have blundered a pawn. What to do? Maybe some compensation. Okay, I'm down the pawn. I wonder where my knight wants to go. Maybe e2 to d4. g3. Not in a good position though. Good move. It's big trouble. Some counterplay. I can pre-move this. I'm down 2 pawns. About to be down 3 pawns.
The people demand to hear your best Christopher Walken accent.
I don't even know how he talks. I haven't heard him in a while. Also, I'm not really capable of doing accents. But thanks for the $5. Also, I'm very low on time. Also, uh-oh. Yeah, let's play this. Good move. Ah. Oh, I was hoping for some stalemate tricks. I should have maybe played king a2 first and then tried to give away the rook. GG though. Hey, it's Gary. What's up, Gary? Try the cow opening. Okay. Have I reached the point where I'll play the cow opening? I saw Anna's video about the cow. It's an opening that resembles farms and farm animals. So apparently this is a cow. That's all I know. I feel like a cow. I also feel like I've given into peer pressure and tilt. Why are my knights on g6 and b6? I feel like they're doing nothing but just like mooing. Not even eating grass. H6. It's like a sad hippo. Cows are actually kind of hippo-like, but probably less dangerous. If I win with the cow, then all credit goes to Anna Cramling. Okay, I'm finally eating some grass. Maybe turning into a bull. It's some kind of center fork trick. I have the bishop pair now. I'm still so passive. Hey, this move? Nice move. Trying to munch on some more grass. It's actually a nice position now. And I played the cow and then I kind of undid the cow. Can't complain. B6. There's ideas. Yeah, this bishop is such a nice piece. It prevents white's whole expansion. Knight e3, I'll trade. That move I forgot about. But I can take and then take on d4. It actually wins the pawn. I could also take on g3. Take on d4. No draw. Opponent offered double. Oh, draw and take back. What? Was there a mouse slip? I don't know what they wanted first, though. Uh-oh. I offer a take back and a draw now? I think I just messed up. Wait, I have this? No, it doesn't work. Take? Get away with this? Risky looking. Young children, close your eyes. Be really, really careful. I'm threatening a queen trade. It's actually hard for white to immediately attack. The bishop f6 runs into this move. Still play this. Still really tricky. Back first. Realizing I have d4. If queen f3, d4. This should be okay. It's still confusing though. Check. Rook e4, queen a4 check. b3. Wow. Check. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. It kind of resembles a cow. Maybe that's the body and the eyes and the face. And other. Okay. Moo. Thank you, Anna Cramling. That was my first ever cow. Don't mess with my cow. It was really tricky though. Okay. I'm 12 points away from 25-30. A new opponent. Playing sibupk. Okay, we have b3. Once you play b3, you can't play the cow. f4. f4, that's some weird move. Just a6. It's interesting. f4 does combine well with dark sword bishop. And it blunts a diagonal. My dark sword bishop. Play h5. Yeah, the idea is to like put the bishop here and not have to worry about the expansion. Wow. So if knight here I can take. I mean, I'd really like a Greek gift to work, but my pawn is in the way. I mean, I could play b5, preventing knight c4. Knight c2 is coming. d3 is a bit tender. I mean, knight f3 is a move to keep on my radar. Wow. Rook's hit. Pawns restrict the knight. I mean, the knight's still restricted. I guess white wants to play d3. Hmm. I'm going to play rook h6. You have rook d6. And she forcing forcing d5. And this move. Weird configuration. White has connect 4. The slightly vulnerable pawn. I don't want to trade queens. Moving way too slowly. I do want to trade queens. Not good. Oh, actually the bishop defends. The moment I thought rook e4 worked. Wow. What is this position? Happening? This is not good. No. No. All my things disappeared. Oh. That was such a crazy position. I just didn't have any time. It was also difficult, like, to... I think e3 was probably a mistake. Huge blunder. King e6. I had to blockade the pawns first. What a game, though. Had 16 seconds there. Needs to play a little bit faster. Overall, was in control. Okay, we move on. All right, let me try and just stay up on time for most of the game. We have a different version of the Grand Prix. Yeah, the bishop looks terrible here, but there is a plan of playing bishop e1. Getting back to a reasonable diagonal. Yeah, not the typical Grand Prix, but still a lot of attacking potential. Like, I usually play Grand Prix when black is committing to being ketoing. Okay, I'll put the queen. You put the knight in first. Knight f5 ideas. Knight f5. Oh, this rook is kind of out of it. But the other pieces, I think all these pieces have attacking potential. I'm threatening to take and then take. Now this bishop is opened. This is actually a dream attacking setup. Like with this pawn chain, the two bishops, the knife on f5. And can I already sack? Knight g7. Queen g3. Like queen g3. Threatening mate in 1. Okay, where's my smothered mate? Queen h3. There's a funny line to like take. Play this first. Crashing through. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to like imagine taking. Maybe not quite working. Like black plays a random move, takes. Because this would be a funny mate. Bishop covering h7. But there would be g6. So I think the plan was to play this and then set up the queen sack. You had knight takes bishop and sacking the bishop for the pawn. Not sure at what moment though. In this moment. Yeah, that's a nice nice idea. At this point, yeah, a lot of things are winning. Hey, it's Josh. Yeah, I would have loved to play a Scrabble tournament this month. Not working out though. Hope you're having fun though. Okay, the Blitz grind continues. Go back to London. And the prediction is still live. Let's play this move. Yeah, so about what, like half hour ago, I ran a prediction asking what will happen first. Will I fall below 2500 or will I pass 2530? And thus far, I've just stayed between the two numbers. I think more people doubted me than believed in me, so the goal is to prove all the doubters wrong. I like this position here. Got some center. Kind of a weird version of a London. I mean, going for a pretty straight kingside attack. Oh, did more believe in me? But still, I think there were too many doubters. I have this move. Five as well. Go take. The h6 first. I like this move. It has two ideas. Both ideas start with this, but one idea is just to win the piece. Oh, it doesn't actually win a piece. I guess I take. Wait, what am I doing? That was a bad decision. Take. I think I just give up the queen. Not my proudest decision. I guess I had some minor piece to f4. At least in this line, I do get a rook and minor piece for the queen. And black does technically win material, but it's still a really interesting position. I mean, bishop h3 is an idea. Pawn on h6, there's maybe ideas of taking. This move. I think there's full compensation. It's very, very close to winning. But not quite. Okay, let's play this. Queen d7, I probably keep the bishop. D5 ideas. I think it's okay. And now 7, I have bishop e5. Essentially winning back material. It still looks confusing. Now I'll be up a rook. That was a cool game. Got a little bit tricky there. Okay. But how bad was actually losing the queen? Man, I made so many blunders in a row. Starting in this moment. Dubious, blunder, or dubious, mistake, mistake, mistake. The position went from like almost +3. Yeah, just taking queen g4. Almost -3. But held on. And then, yeah, once I got to play this bishop c4 move, like white's completely winning. Wow. Okay. The blitz continues. Playing chef. Never lost to this player. Play this side. Queen e1. The bishop will drop back at the queen. Other bishop will drop back as well. Okay, white could take. and win a pawn, but at the cost of giving up the late squared bishop, which probably isn't the best decision. Oh. Okay, this move. They're just trying to make the pieces happy. It's a tense position. Both bishops are staring at each other. And pressure against f7, but it's defended. Wait, did I miss a chance just to take and take? Missed a chance there. It's still looking good though. If I take, I don't have f5. King h8. Trying to set up f5. Okay, allowing for queen c6. I might end up repeating. Also, maybe looking to get this move in. There's also a6. Let's start with f4. The queen's a bit tied down. Okay, where's the tactic? f3. I mean, f3 looks fun. And the takes I take with a rook. The d-pawn's pinned to the bishop. Gotta be conscientious of time. Oh no, my rook. Okay. Yeah, I'd missed like a simple move, takes and takes. I got the job done. Having a little bit of fatigue. Oh, Young Gooey says, me and my dad enjoy watching you every day because we are both into chess. You're really an inspiration. That's a nice comment. Thanks so much, Young Gooey. Yeah, if you're just joining, it's been a lot of chess this stream. I started with instructive rapid chess. We pivoted to destructive blitz chess. And I'm almost fulfilling the prediction. I need 6 more rating points. There we go. London opening. Jobava London. All right, so yeah, the general idea in these lines is to put the knight in e5. Very often white queens like castles. This move. It's a pleasant setup. I'll probably end up casting kingside. But it's still going for some pressure. Rook c1. Only half open file that I have. The double d pawns are quite nice. Prevents knight e4, might allow for pawn e4 at some point. And it gives me the half open file. But still a question what to do. Just a patient move. Maybe preparing this. This knight is actually a little bit misplaced. He'll play knight e2. Queen a3. I was thinking about f4, but it would block the bishop. Taking doesn't quite work. I have a new idea. I'm going to play queen a3. Expecting this move. The idea is to maneuver the knight. That move I completely forgot about. I wanted to play this, this, and this. Start with queen c5. Now the bishop's a little bit stuck. If I move it, I lose h4. Maybe this move. So if black wants to take, then I take back. And should be okay. Wow. Right. Not sure what I'm doing here. But just holding my ground. e5 might be coming, unless I play e4. e5 still might happen. Then I can take. Right here. Back. The plan is to play rook e8 and then double up rooks on the 8th rank. Okay, Okay, mission accomplished. Where's my mate? Okay. The final position should still be winning, but it's actually kind of tricky because I had to watch out for this move. I was going to play king f3 and then the rook is stuck defending the pawn. Oh yeah, the number right here, that's my heart rate. It's connected with my Apple Watch. So I don't always have it, but heart rate seems pretty healthy now. Oh, I'm 25-29. Okay, one more game, hopefully. Thank you, Stash. Appreciate the prime sub. Okay. New opponent. Playing this person. All right, what opening to play? I'll play e4. Ooh. Knight. Okay, we have an Alekhine. There's a funny line. Takes, takes. Are we going to get it? Takes, takes. Let's go. Haven't had this one in a while. 4 queens after move 7. Uh-oh, don't hurt me. With takes, I take. There's 4 queens on the board. I had a game a few years ago against Sonia Lang. And what ended up happening, it was the same line. She took here, I took here, and then we made 2 new queens. And there were 6 queens on the board by move 16. That's probably not happening in this game, though. But it's still a fun position. Like, what's going on? I'm pretty sure the engine says it's equal after move 7. So king safety is very important. Bishop g4 might be coming. How to do this? Play bishop d3. Looks like a solid move. Like bishop e4. Position is so funny though. There. I think bishop e4. Because maybe I'm walking into 95. It's so hard to process, like the 2 queens on the board. There's just so many more like moves for both sides. Okay, I guess knight e5, I take on b7. Just castle. Castle. Should not have allowed that. Play bishop d3. Wait a minute. Take, take, take. How do I defend? Back. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I'll play this. If takes, I play queen h3 and then take. And it's actually okay. I think. Hopefully. Check. We might be trading a pair of queens. but maybe not. Okay. You might as well take with this queen. Oh, there goes one of the queens. Yeah, 95. It was short-lived fun. Queen f6. Pass h pawn. That's a good move. What takes I take here? Hitting a couple of things. It's going to come down to time. Yeah. I'm down a pawn, but up on time. Hmm. I think white's objectively preferable here. Because this pawn is more closer to queening. Okay. It would have been funny if we ended the game with 4 queens on the board. Okay. I promoted twice that game. Once in the opening and once in the endgame. Alright. Well, good job to the believers. I finally crossed 2530. Oh, it was 60-40. 80 believers, 27 non-believers. Okay. Now, do I have the energy to do blindfold 960? Is Shawarma still here? Shawarma was the one who really wanted it earlier.
Speech synthesis ready. Knight f7.
Okay.
Knight f7.
Uh-oh. Okay. So, I think I'll try to play at least one game, even if Shawarma has left. I should be accepting challenges. If anyone wants to challenge me to 960, I did this other day. Challenge me to 5+5. Even though 5+5 might be kind of fast, should be doable. Okay, Obese Reese, only person. Obese Reese is good at chess. All right, but let's play Obese Reese. First challenger. Oops, I did this other day. Okay. So the way this is gonna work is I'll be physically blindfolded. I'll type my moves.
Game aborted.
And I won't know the starting position. So let me send a rematch. Put on the blindfold. Hopefully Reese can
Game
accept.
start.
There we go. Okay. I should be black. And yeah, because it's 960, the first row of pieces are shuffled.
D4.
That gives me no information. D4. Wait, where? How do I? Okay. So we have
White 5 minutes 0 seconds.
Okay, so I'm not wasting any time.
Black 5 minutes 0 seconds.
Now D4, maybe it signifies there's a bishop on C1 or E1? I maybe try to play like knight. Let's try knight F6. Let me type E8, F6.
F6.
Oh! Did I just play pawn F6?
D4. F6. F6.
I just played pawn F6. That's probably not a good move. And that gives me no information. I meant to try to type E8 to F6 to signify knight F6. So G3. Okay, I'll play G6.
G6.
Oh, I really hope there's not a bishop on H1 attacking
D5.
B7. Okay, so I have a bishop on H8.
Bishop D5.
Bishop D5. Can I try queen D5? No. Or bishop D5? No. But there's probably a rook or a knight on G8. Not my king, because it's not, wasn't check. Okay, I'll play E6.
E6.
So all I know is that there's a bishop on H8 and bishop on D5, and I know where the pawns are. I'm gonna assume that there's a rook on G8.
Bishop B3.
Bishop B3. What could be on F8? Let's just play D5.
D5.
The scary thing is I don't know like if my F pawn's defended by my bishop. There's a chance my E pawn is not defended. Although it's likely defended by something.
Queen H3.
Oh. So there's a queen on F8. And the queen on H3 is hitting E6 and H7. There's a good chance H7 isn't defended. I probably have a rook on G8. So can I... What if my king is on C8? Wait a minute. How do I account for all the things attacked? Okay, I'm just going to play queen E7. Maybe queen F7.
Queen F7.
I'm really hoping bishop D5 is not coming. And there's a small chance that bishop D5 works because my king could be on C8 and my E pawn could be pinned. But at least I'm getting more information. My king has to be between the rooks. Also, where's my lights for the bishop? Only unanswered questions.
White 3 minutes 14 seconds. Black 3 minutes 47
And
seconds. Queen F7.
okay. Just trying to be solid.
D4.
D4. It's a scary move. Because there might be like a rook on c1 or something. Can I try knight e7? No. But I don't have knight on e8 or on g8 and c8. 5? F5.
F5.
Greetings, Eric.
Hello.
From the land down under.
Oh. Wonder who that is. Someone from Australia. Okay, so I've opened up my bishop on h8.
Bishop g5.
Oh, so wait. So I have a bishop on c8. So what's on d8 then? I guess d8 could be a rook or a knight. I try knight c6.
It's me.
Oh, hello you. Bishop g5. I have no idea what's on d8. If it's a rook, I guess I play rook d7.
Rook d7.
Okay, it was a rook, so at least I'm not blundering a rook. But I just blocked my bishop into c8. Oh, wait a minute. This means my king has to be on e8. I think.
Hello to you too.
Hello. Hello to YouTube. If this goes on YouTube. Wait. Okay, so of queen on f7, bishop on h8. I have to have a rook on g8. Which means I could castle soon.
Knight c3.
And the knight is on knight on b8. And knight on a8. Okay, so I know the position now, I think. I have enough defenders on d5. I think I do. e4. Let's play knight c6.
Knight c6.
I mean, there's a lot of pressure on d5, but maybe I should have played knight b6. I'm hitting d4 with my bishop on h8 and my knight on c6. So he has rook on g1, king on e1.
Knight c2.
Knight developed. Okay, that's logical. Do I want a castle? Well, knight c2 defends the pawn. And what if I take on c4 and play knight b6?
D takes c4.
Bishop c4, knight b6. Man. Okay, I think I have a pretty good grasp of where things are. It's just a really kind of hectic position that's going to be hard to keep track of.
White 1 minute 31 seconds. Black 2 minutes 4 seconds.
I'm expecting bishop takes c4. Not sure what else could be coming.
White 1 minute 5 seconds. D takes c4. D takes c4. Knight c2. D takes c4.
Okay.
White 0 minutes 55 seconds. Black 2 minutes 4 seconds.
We are playing with a 5-second increment.
Bishop takes c4.
Knight b. Knight? Why can't I play knight?
Knight b6.
Okay, I was mistyping.
Bishop b5.
Bishop b5. Right, so my king's on e8. Castle?
Short castle.
Yeah, castling works a little bit weirdly in chess 960.
Bishop takes c6.
EC6?
B takes c6. Short castle.
Okay, so d4 is not hanging. Queen's on h3. Knight's still on c3, so let's play knight d5.
Knight d5.
My rook's on d7. Why was I thinking my queen's on d7?
Knight e3.
Wait, where did that come from? Oh, I see. Kind of. 3. Bishop b7, I guess?
Bishop b7.
So knight on d5, supported by pawns on e6 and c6. Rook's on d1, f1.
Knight a4.
a4. Okay, so c5 is an issue. I guess I take on e3.
Knight takes e3. Bishop takes e3.
Hmm.
c5.
Okay, I'm trying some questionable sacrifice. This is very questionable.
White 0 minutes 18 seconds. Black 1 minute 8 seconds.
Okay.
Knight takes c5. Bishop c6. Knight takes d7. Queen takes d7. Bishop h6. Queen d5. f3.
3. Bishop. Wait.
Bishop takes d4 check. e3.
e3. I forgot that was possible. Hmm. Oh, this is not good. There.
e5.
I'm gonna be down a rook. I forgot why I had an e-pawn.
E takes d4.
ed4.
E takes d4. Bishop takes f8.
Ooh, king f8.
King takes f8.
Wait, I'm down a ton of
Queen
material.
takes h7.
e3?
d3. Queen h8 check. King f7. Queen c3.
Ugh. B5?
Bishop b5. Queen takes c7 check. King g8. Rook f2. Bishop c6. Queen b8 check. King g7. Queen takes a7 check. King h6. Queen e3 check.
Oh no.
g5. Queen takes d3.
My thing.
Queen c5.
Ah, queen d6 is coming.
Queen d6 check.
Yeah. Well played. Resign.
Black resigned. White is victorious.
Good game. Oh, what to do? Hey, it's Kevin Martin. Welcome. You're raiding at a slightly unfortunate time. I just took off my blindfold.
Queen c5.
This was Obese Reese's first win. Played a good game actually. So for those just joining, I just played
Game start.
a blindfold 960 game. And I didn't know the starting position. And it was a lot of like trial and error in the beginning. F6 was such a bad move. How to resign with blindfold. So I have the setting where I can type my moves. I just type resign. It was a fun challenge though. So rook d7 was probably the best move there. At this point I still didn't know where my knights were. Like I didn't know this configuration. But if I play this, actually bishop, yeah, this would have been the trickiest move. If I was sighted, I probably would have played this because takes, takes, takes. I trap the queen. Is a cool idea. And then I don't want the engine for now. Yeah, by the time we got to this position, I think I was seeing things decently clearly, but for some reason I didn't realize white still had an e-pawn, which came into play pretty soon. Yeah, I was envisioning this position without the e-pawn. And e3 wins a piece. And unfortunately there's not really any tricks for black. Played e5. I completely forgot my rook was hanging too. Like better try is this. Okay, good game. Oh, bishop b7 was maybe the beginning of my downfall. Okay, that was fun. Should I do one more 960 game? Or... Okay, that was casually rated. I could try one more. Now that I have some experience. But who to play? Or do I play Frenzy Lee with all rooks? Let's play Frenzy Lee. This looks fun. Frenzy Lee was the first person in chat when I started the stream. No more blindfold. Okay. There's potential to sacrifice 7 rooks. Alright, let's wait, can I castle? Guess I have to develop my rooks to find out. Wow. What's even the strategy here? I don't know what the strategy is. 5? Queen's Gambit? Or Rook Gambit? Pawn Gambit? Yeah, this would probably be doable blindfolded. Just keep track where all the rooks are. So if I play this, what happens? It's a funny line. Let me try it. We might see white try and like lift all the rooks to then have so many attackers? Wait a minute. I think I've already gone wrong. There. All right, let's try this. And we'll try this. There's 3 things attacking my pawn. Oh. Yeah, that's a good move. E5. I'm trying to make it so if I lose the pawn, at least there's compensation. All right. I want to quadruple up on the C file. I'm tripled up. Wow, white's quadrupled up on the 3rd rank. What is this? I need to get more rooks involved. Oh dear. Ah. I mean, I can't quintuple up. Or can I? Let's play this. Wait, takes. Wait, one. That white has enough defenders. Hmm. Hmm. Can I use my king somehow? Let's lift over. This is going to be hard to win. Okay, this move gives me hope though. Because now this pawn is a target. Also, I'm just realizing I have no more castling rights. Unfortunately. E6. I moved both of my corner rooks. And white doesn't have castling rights either. We'll never know if casting was possible. I think I'll start with this. Ensuring there's no pawn breaks. Although there might be a pawn break. Maybe not. I'm just realizing takes I fork. But I don't even need any of these rooks here. They can do other jobs. This rook defends this pawn through X-ray vision. This rook is tied down. This rook's tied down. I'm still down a pawn, but I feel like this gambit is kind of paying off. Like my rooks are just more active and white's rooks are a bit more defensive. And now there's a lot of weak pawns. I don't know what the turning point was. At some point white was very solid, but maybe this G4 move. Alekhine's tactical nuke. Yeah, something more deadly than the gun. Oh yeah, the turning point was when the rook moved. Or maybe when the pawn moved. Okay, so it's back to being equal material. Okay. I've quadrupled up.
I'm old.
Welcome back to Q'd. 37 months. That's still pretty young in the grand scheme of things. All right, so takes. Let's just keep all the tension. I want my king to come to e4. A6, wow. There's these ideas. I'll still go for this plan. The rook a5 loses the defense. Oh, wow. Okay, things are about to get forked. I don't know what's happening. I have to watch out for this move. I think I know what's happening. Now we trade everything. Except some things. That takes. And then check. Ensuring that when I take the pawn, rook f1, I'll have rook f3. I should put this on YouTube and just call the video "The Rooks." Like all caps, enthusiasm. d4 is actually kind of tricky because takes, I lose. I think. I have this move. e2 comes with check. Oh! Forgot that was possible. Oops. I thought king g2 was the only move. It's still winning. Okay, it's still winning. Still have white to queen. Do I make 4 rooks? Because I miss them so much. Oh, I had auto queen. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Thanks for the game. Oh, I missed a chance to make 4 knights. Okay. Ooh, fancy position. Thank you, Grand GNZ. I still need the Knight Cube trophy, but I don't think custom position games count towards Rosen trophies. Also, I'm just realizing it's after 1 a.m. my time, so I should probably get some rest. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a fun stream. I did a lot of things this stream between Blindfold 960 and playing with the rooks. Played a lot of Blitz, raised my rating, and then also it started with Rapid Chess. That was ages ago. Oh, the Black Goose was here earlier. Cheering bits. Okay. I don't think I acknowledged that. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Let's send the raid to best streamer down under, where it's actually a normal time in Australia. Sending it to Hannah Sace. Send some good vibes. And I do plan to stream the titled arena starting in about 13 hours from now. So stay tuned. And I'll see you guys soon. Adios.